Welcome to Missionary Biography. You will see missionary Reverend John Thomas. John Thomas was born in Ireland on 10th November 1807. Even from his childhood, he showed great interest in mission and evangelism. Thomas felt a strong call to work as a missionary, so he underwent training at the Church Missionary Society, CMS, Clergy College in London in 1833 in England. He was oriented as deacon in 1835 and as a priest in 1836. He left England to India on August 13th, 1836, sailed to work as a CMS missionary. On arriving in Madras, John Thomas learned Tamil in less than a year. Well enough to preach a simple sermon, he was a gifted man, excellent lawyer, preacher, evangelist, teacher, administrator, self made excellent doctor, excellent singer, good musician, and good mechanic. He was a Tamil scholar, good orator, and disciplinarian. His mode of tackling things proved most successful when he first took charge of Meganapuram in Tamil Nadu state, India. In 1837, it was a barren field known as Sabanilam, cursed land, but in the midst of a sandy desert, he dug wells and created an oasis with beautiful flowers, trees, etc. He married Mary Davis, who is also a missionary in 1838. In course of time, he laid out a new village with broad street, overcame some sanitary difficulties, and erected houses for poor Christians. He reorganized the village and planned regular streets intersecting each other and built houses in regular rows. He made the village appear neat and well ventilated and supplied potable water. He destroyed all the slums and provided houses for the poor and beautiful there. Surroundings he planted coconut trees on both sides of the streets and planted other trees in vacant places. Hard working and loving, Thomas converted many to the Christian faith. He introduced the panchayat system in the village much earlier than in many other villages. His aim in introducing panchayat system was to help the inhabitants settle the disputes among Christians. He established many village churches in near Tamil Nadu, Toothukudi district. Velenveli, Armuganeri, Nalumavadi, Kadachipuram, Kayamuli, Pragasapuram, Panavele, Krishnanagaram, near Tirunelveli and Toothukudi district in Tamil Nadu state. He provided schools for boys and girls. He established boys and girls boarding school also. His wife Mary Davis, minister among women, girls and women teachers. A terrible storm completely demolished the whole village of Meghanagapuram. On 2nd December 1845, people were suffering from the life-threatening factor which include diarrhea, cholera and the natural disaster pneumonia known as monsoon droughts, which was threatening a whole new outbreak of widespread famine, which eventually did occur, resulting in the deaths of many people in Tirunelveli district. We visited all the affected areas and comforted the people and immediately rebuilt the village with regular streets intersecting each other. In 1847, he constructed the magnificent St. Paul's Church in Victorian Gothic style at Meghanagapuram that for many years had the tallest church spire in India. He imported a big church bell from England and installed it on the top of the tower with a beautiful spire. In the meantime, the Hindu fundamentalists started Vibhuti Sangam and the Chatur Veda Siddhanta Sabha of Madras attacked their Christian community in an attempt to force reconversions to Hinduism. They burned out many churches, Christian houses, and filed false case in the court against Christians. In face of much opposition, he persuaded the authorities that the right method was to take the best out of the village Ca- Catholics, give them a biblical training in their own language, and then ordained them by 1857. He could report 5,500 Christians in the district, but a mass movement increased the number over to 10,000 to 10,000. 2 years later, he developed a network of schools and reported the presence of Christians in 125 villages in 1868, shepherded by 54 evangelists, 12 of whom were oriented in 1869. After rendering a dedicated service for 33 years, he died at his 62nd year in 1870 and was buried in a corner of the Meghanagapuram church. His wife Mary Davis continued his work after his death, together with his daughter Frances, both in 1896, still superintending the Eloit Tuxford Girls High School he had founded. He left behind a Christian community that continued to grow and mature long after the British rules came to an end. And to this day, a large festive communal meal called Asanam is held in January every year at St. Paul's Church, Meghanagapuram in his memory, and is attended in large numbers by the natives of Meghanagapuram, now settled in all parts of the world. As long as Meghanagapuram exists, his name also will be remembered with deep respect. Thanks for watching.